Good afternoon. I would like to call this meeting of the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio to order. Today's date is June 11th, 2025. Our first order of business will be the roll call, which will be conducted by Jeff Jones, the Commission's legal director.
Chair French.
Here.
Vice Chair Conway.
Here.
Commissioner Friedman.
Here.
Commissioner Dieters.
Here.
Commissioner Williams.
Here.
Chair French, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Our next order of business is approving the minutes for the meeting of May 28th, 2025. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes as prepared?
I move approval of the minutes as prepared.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any comments or discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? The minutes as prepared are approved. We'll now go through the items on our agenda, beginning with Judge Price with electric. Item number 1, case 23-1071 EL please.
In this entry, the Commission selects audit advisors to conduct audit services necessary to assist the Commission with the 2024 annual audit of the First Energy Utilities Advanced Metering Infrastructure Modern Grid Rider costs.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the entry.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 1 is approved. Item number 2, case 24-456 ELUNC, please.
In this finding and order, the Commission approves the stipulation between Duke Energy Ohio and staff resolving the 2023 significantly excessive earnings test.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the finding and order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 2 is approved. Moving on to gas, but still with Judge Price, we will call item number 3, case 25-311 GAUEX, and item number 4, case 25-319 GAUEX together, please.
In these two cases, the Commission approves the applications filed by Ohio Gas Company and Enbridge Gas Ohio to adjust the respective uncollectible expense riders.
Is there a motion for approval for items number 3 and 4?
I move approval of both finding and orders.
Is there a second?
Second to both.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 3 and 4 are approved. Item number 5, case 25-553 GAAIR et al., please.
In this entry, the Commission grants the motions filed by Suburban Natural Gas to set a test period and date certain and for a waiver of certain standard filing requirements.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the entry.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 5 is approved. We do not have anything scheduled in telephone, so that takes us to water with Judge Agranoff. Item number 6, case 25-171 WWAIS, please.
In this finding and order, the Commission approves the application filed by Aqua Ohio Incorporated seeking approval of a financial arrangement with Essential Utilities Incorporated.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the finding and order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 6 is approved. Item number 7, case 25-593 STAIR et al., please.
In this entry, the Commission directs staff to issue the request for proposal for audit services to assist the Commission with the audit of the rate increase applications filed by Aqua Ohio Wastewater Incorporated and Aqua Ohio Incorporated.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the entry.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 7 is approved. Item number 8, case 25-593 STAIR et al., please.
In this entry, the Commission finds that the motions of Aqua Ohio Incorporated and Aqua Ohio Wastewater Incorporated should be granted to set a test period and date certain for the waivers of certain standard filing requirements.
Okay. Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the entry.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 8 is approved. Okay, that takes us to transportation with Judge C. We will call item number 9, which is case 24-847 TRCVF, and item number 10, case 24-973 TRCVF together, please.
In these two entries, the Commission grants staff's motion to dismiss as the assessed civil forfeiture has been paid.
Is there a motion for approval for items number 9 and 10?
I move approval of both entries.
Is there a second?
Second to both.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Items 9 and 10 are approved. Item number 11, case 24-976 TRCVF, please.
In this entry, the Commission grants staff's motion for a default judgment based on the respondent's failure to appear at the hearing and directs the respondent to pay the assessed civil forfeiture.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the entry.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 11 is approved. Item number 12, case 24987 TRCSS, please.
In this opinion and order, the Commission finds that the respondent violated two provisions of the Commission's regulations and directs that staff conduct a customer service audit of Dearman Moving and Storage Company.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the opinion and order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 12 is approved. Item number 13, case 2596 RRRCP, please.
In this order, the Commission grants the request for an exemption to school buses and vehicles transporting hazardous materials from stopping at 3 grade crossings in Tuscarawas County.
Is there a motion for approval?
I move approval of the finding and order.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Item number 13 is approved. Okay, we're going to call item number 14, case 241083 TRCVF. Item number 15, case 2544 TRCVF. Item number 16, case 2587 TRCVF. Item number 17, case 25107 TRCVF. And item number 18, case 25200 TRCVF together, please.
In these 5 finding and orders, the Commission approves the settlement agreement between staff and the respondents and directs the respondent to pay the agreed-upon civil forfeiture.
Is there a motion for approval for items number 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18?
I move approval of each of the 5 finding and orders.
Is there a second?
Second to all 5.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Items 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 are approved. We will call item number 19, case 25589 RRFED, and item number 20, case 25592 RRFED together, please.
In these 2 finding and orders, the Commission directs the railroad to install active warning devices at grade crossings in Warren and Butler counties respectively by March 11th, 2026.
Is there a motion for approval for items number 19 and 20?
I move approval of both finding and orders.
Is there a second?
Second to both.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is anyone opposed? Items number 19 and 20 are approved. That takes us to the end of our agenda. Are there any additional comments from anyone?
Not for me.
You're done. Can I address the commission?
Yes, sir. If you could please state your name.
My name is Ralph Kimball. I'd like to see if you guys could actually, on the record, start an actual fair case for me.
Mr. Kimball, real quick, let me preface your comments by a couple comments of my own, which are, thank you for meeting ahead of this meeting with me briefly. I appreciate that opportunity. During our conversation, we discussed the fact that there are certain things that were on the published agenda for this week, and that those are the things that are appropriate to be discussed during this meeting. We also discussed the fact that you have a pending case in front of this commission.
A rigged pending case.
Excuse me.
That's why I would like
Excuse
a
me.
real case.
Excuse me. You have a pending case in front of this commission, and it is the responsibility of the 5 of us, when it's time, to issue a decision on that case. And so I was letting you know that it's important that we not discuss the specifics of that case because it would violate certain ethical rules for us.
I'm not mentioning specifics.
And I appreciate you telling me that we won't discuss the specifics of the case. So all that aside, I'm willing to, and normally, people do not stand up and give any kind of commentary or comments during this meeting, but I know you drove 2.5 hours, so I'm going to give you that ability to do so. But like I said, there are certain things you're not going to be able to talk about, so go ahead.
Can I get an answer to the retrial, a fair retrial? Because as soon as we're not on record, I'll be ignored again.
And it's also not a question and answer. Again, we don't know anything about your case because we're not allowed to yet. When it comes to us, we will read it, right? We will issue a decision, and you will have that. And we're doing so in a timely manner.
6 months?
I-
That's a timely manner?
I can't discuss the specifics of what happened in your case. okay?
So in other words, I can't even get an answer about having a fair trial.
So I know that you've talked to our legal director, Mr. Jones, at least 4 times in the last, I think, month and a half. And so you always can call him and have those conversations because he's not under the same rules that we are. All right? And then I also know, I know you're familiar, not familiar, but you know who your ALJ is. But it's really most appropriate that you call Mr. Jones and ask him the questions on the timing and things like that. Okay?
And appropriate by that, you mean it's out of the public side and they don't know how things are run?
No, that's not what I mean. I mean that it's legally appropriate and ethically appropriate for you to speak with him and not us.
Ethically appropriate.
Correct.
That's a very good choice of words considering how I've been treated. I mean, if you can't even answer a simple question, if I can have a fair retrial, I mean, I don't know what.
So again, I mean, I understand your frustration, but it has to go a certain way. And there has to be a decision issued before there's any question about a rehearing. A decision hasn't even been issued yet in your case.
Well, never mind. I said I wouldn't talk about the specifics of the trial.
Thank you.
But the way the trial went, there's no way it's going to be fair or anything. So
Okay.
I'll just leave it at that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for your comments. All right. Any additional comments from staff or my fellow commissioners? Okay. Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.